that I talked about, you become what you think about?
Yes.
The biggest challenge to that law, you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is who you are right now. The biggest challenge to that law is who you are right now. But the reality is, who you are right now is because of that law. You are who you are today because of what you've been thinking about. And you have to change what you've been thinking about in order for you to become who it is that you want to become. And who is it that you want to become? The person that makes what? $10,000 a month. Are you with me? Yes. The biggest challenge for you to get to where it is that you want to go is who you are right now. So you're going to have to be willing to change. You cannot remain the same person and think you're going to grow. Doesn't work like that. You're going to have to what? Change. You're going to have to learn a new set of skills, a new way of thinking, and then start the process of what? Changing. I became aware that the way I was thinking was detrimental to where it is that I wanted to go. I became aware of that. I accepted it and said, okay, this is where I've messed up. Then I started the process of reconditioning. My current situation was so bad, it was so terrible, nothing was working, nothing looked right, but then I got a hold of that law that you become what it is that you think about, and I started to focus just on that law. And over the process of time, things started to change. I learned in that book that desire was the starting point of all achievement. But I also read in another book where it said he would give me the desires of my heart. So now I said, okay, how do I make the transfer of this desire that I have? How do I make the transfer to get it into my heart? And the way you do it is through your senses. Everybody say senses.
Senses.
Everybody in this room, you've been blessed with senses. You've actually been blessed with 15 different senses. I'll talk about your body senses first. Your ability to see, your ability to what? Hear, your ability to touch, taste, and smell. I started to learn, I needed to see my desire all the time. I needed to hear my desire all the time. See these two right here?
Big.
These are the two most important ones.
Yeah.
See and hear. If I had to grade them, hearing would be number one. Then seeing.
It's good.
Who here is a Christian? Okay. Who here has been a Christian all your life? You been a Christian all your life? You? All your life? Okay. How were you introduced to Christianity? By her parents. Now, her parents were Christian, right? But let's say when she was born, her parents shipped her off to China. And a family that was Buddhist raised her. Would she be Christian? No. So she's only Christian because her parents introduced her.
Yep.
It's what she heard, ladies and gentlemen. It's what she what? Heard. That's it. If she heard another religion, guess what? She would be that religion. Her belief system was created based on what she what? Heard. And what she saw. Because I'm pretty sure they took her to what? Church. Her whole belief system was given to her. Based on what she saw and what she heard. What's your name? That was a question. What's your name? Jenny. Jenny is your name. How do you know Jenny is your name? Jennifer is your name. Is it Jenny or is it Jennifer? It's Jennifer. How do you know your name is Jennifer? That's what you were told.
Yep.
So you don't really know that that was your name. You were just told that. So you don't really know that that's your name, though. It's on your birth certificate. Where's your birth certificate? It's not here, so I don't know. It's on your passport. There's fake passports out there. How do we know that your name's Jennifer? It's your name. You're sure. How sure are you? 100% sure. Why do you think she's 100% sure that's her name?
Because she's heard it so many times.
She's only sure that's her name because that's all she's heard.
Yep.
How sure are you
Hmm.
that you'll be making $10,000 a month?
Because I've heard.
See, if you haven't heard it over and over and over again, you can't be as sure as she is about her name.
Yeah.
She's only sure about that because that's what she heard.
It's good.
Now, here's another question, Jennifer, since you say that's your name. How many times did you need to hear your name before it became your name?
Many times.
Many times. We don't actually have a number, right? There's no number as to how many times you heard your name before it became your name. They just kept saying it over and over and over and over again. And one day you responded and said, that's my name. And you're fully convinced that that is your name today because that's what you've heard over and over again. Now watch this. What was maybe the first word you ever wrote?
Strong.
So now, one of the first words you ever wrote was your what?
Name.
So guess what? It's what you saw.
It's good.
When you turn in a paper, right? Your name. How often do you see yourself making $10,000 a month? How often do you hear yourself making $10,000 a month? Or do you only see your current situation? Because your current situation is so bad.
Wow.
It's so, David, you don't understand what I'm going through right now. You just don't understand. You're right, I don't. I'm not supposed to understand what you're going through. What I do understand is that you become
What you
think about.
Strong.
And if you continuously think about this bad situation that you're in, you will continuously manifest that very bad situation that you're in. Because do you know how you got into this situation? Seeing and hearing it. Touch. I took a dollar bill and I changed it to $100,000. And I put it on my bathroom sink. I took $100,000 cash. At one time, I made it my screensaver on my laptop. You got to change your taste. You got to change your what?
Taste.
Your taste. Dorchester. Nice hotel? Have you, raise your hand if you've never been to the Dorchester. Raise your hand if you've never been there before. Why? Why haven't you ever been there? Why haven't you ever been to the Dorchester? It's one of the most expensive hotels, right? Is it one of the most expensive hotels in London? What's another expensive hotel? What's another expensive one? The Shangri-La. I like how to say this, Shangri-La. The Ritz, another expensive one. The Mandarin, another expensive one. Marriott, no. No, sorry. Raise your taste. Shad. Why haven't haven't you gone to the Mandarin? You know they don't charge you to go into the Mandarin. You know that, right? They do not charge you. When you walk through the Mandarin, they don't run your debit card. You can go into the Mandarin tomorrow and have lunch. You can go into the Mandarin tomorrow and have tea. Now, it may be an expensive cup of tea. It may be a 15-pound cup of tea. But do you know what it's going to do for you? It's going to change your taste.
It's good.
See, when you go into the Mandarin, right, and you spend time in the Mandarin, and then in the restaurant in the Mandarin, and then you go to a restaurant that you normally go to, you will not feel comfortable in that restaurant anymore.
Yes, sir.
But you know what most of you said in your head? You said, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. You know, Rolls Royces are made here. They're actually made here in the UK. You guys do that, right? It's a British car. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's actually a British car. It's a beautiful car. It's a British car. Have you gone to the Rolls Royce dealership? It's made here, though. It's your country's car.
Wow.
Why haven't you gone to see your country's car?
Wow.
Huh? Why?
Wow.
Bentley. Isn't Bentley a British car?
Yes, it is.
Why don't you go to the Bentley dealership?
Geesh.
It's a British car. Do you know why you didn't go? Because in your mind you already said, I can't afford that. You become what you think about.
Yes,
what is
sir.
it going to cost you to walk to the Bentley dealership, walk around and sit in the car? Because they leave those cars open for you to sit in it. What is it going to cost you to do that? Absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Wow.
It is completely free for you to do that.
Wow.
But you know what's going to happen when you do it? Something's going to happen to you when you do it.
Yes, sir.
I promise you something's going to happen to you.
Yes, sir.
Your taste in cars will change.
Come on now.
You go sit in a Bentley. How many of you are going to do it this week? Raise your hand, you're going to do it this week. You're going to go sit in a Bentley this week. Go do it. Right? Seriously. Go do it. If you've never, I forgot where I was. I was at a meeting somewhere, and this lady was like, well, I don't want a Rolls Royce. And you know, I'm very quick on my feet. I've been doing this for 19 years. So I said, have you ever driven in one? She said, no. I said, okay, then.
Yep. That's why. That's why. Come on.
How does she know she doesn't want one if she's
Never experienced it.
driven in one?
It's good.
It's impossible for you to ride a Rolls Royce and for you not to want one.
Come on.
Impossible.
Come on. Say that. Impossible.
Changes your taste. Okay, well, Dave, what about smell? What do you mean by smell?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, a five-star restaurant smells different from those other restaurants?
Yeah, you're right.
You guys know that, right?
You're right.
You guys know that, right? You know, cars, you know, Rolls Royces and Bentleys, they smell differently from those other cars.
You're right.
All right, guys, here's what I'm doing. Because I know you're like, oh, this is materialistic stuff. No. Just pay attention to what I'm doing. The goal is $10,000 a month. You have to change.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
have to change, ladies and gentlemen. You can't keep being who you are and keep experiencing what you've been experiencing and expect to go here. You have to experience something completely different.
Yes, sir.
You have to experience the life that you desire before you can afford it. Does that make sense? See, we've all been blessed with the same mind. Mind. The mind is the GPS for your life. That's what the mind is. The mind is literally the GPS for your what?
Life.
Your mind. Literally, your mind. This
Beautiful.
I was going to put a number on it. This quadrillion machine, right? That has unlimited potential. It literally is the GPS for your mind. The mind contains every piece of information you need, will ever need. How many of you have seen this whole chat GBT thing? How many of you have seen that? Watch this. Do you know who created it?
Same mind that created you.
Do you know who created it? The mind.
Yes, sir.
I mean, seriously, who created it? It was someone's mind that created it. Now, is your mind different from my mind? No, I know it's not. That's why it says we should have the mind of Christ. That means the mind is singular. It's one thing. But we have 7, 8 billion different expressions of that mind.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense? And when you express something, you're opening your mouth. When you express something, you're opening your mouth. So your mind has destinations, just like your GPS. Where are we right now? What hotel is this?
Royal National.
Royal National, okay. Royal National. I want to go from Royal National to Heathrow. I don't know how to get there. Do you know how to get there? You don't sound too confident. You don't sound too confident that you know how to get there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my GPS.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to use my what?
GPS.
My GPS. So I'm going to go to my GPS and I'm going to type Heathrow. And it's going to give me the address and it's going to give me what? The directions in order to get to Heathrow. That's how the mind works. You open your mouth and you give your mind an instruction and you say, take me here, and your mind says, sure, I'll take you there. That's how it works. The problem, though, is that you keep giving your mind the wrong address.
Wow.
Strong.
And when it takes you there, you start complaining about how did I get here? You opened your mouth and told your mind to take you there. How many of you ever said to yourself, this business is not working? Raise your hand if you've ever said that. Be honest. Don't be the last liar in the room. How many of you ever said money's kind of tight right now? Raise your hand if you ever said that money's kind of tight right now. How many of you ever said, you know, the economy's really bad right now? Or you allowed someone to say that to you. The economy is really bad right now. There was this whole scare that went on, right, with the banks. Oh, the banks are failing. The banks are failing. Right? Didn't that happen? Did you guys hear about that?
Yep.
The banks are failing. People are like, oh my God, the banks. What was the name of the bank?
Silicon Valley Bank.
SVP.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the banks are failing. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, jeez. And you don't even have an account with that bank. You have no money in that bank. But you went, oh my God. What am I going to do? The stock market is crashing. You have no stock. You see what I'm saying? It's like mass thinking.
Yes, sir.
Mass thinking. When your focus should be $10,000 a month. Within your mind has this functionality called a RAS. It's called the reticular activating system. You guys heard of it before?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tell you how it works. I'll give you an example. How many of you ever really wanted a car? And when you, the car, it was just on your mind all the time, and then all of a sudden, you
Start seeing
the car
everywhere.
on the road?
Yep.
That was your reticular activating system working.
Yes, sir.
Those cars were always on the road. They were always there.
Uh-huh.
But because it was on your mind,
Uh-huh.
now your body, which always follows the mind, can spot it now.
Yes, sir.
It's the same thing with $10,000 a month.
You gotta make it
Do
relevant.
you know everything is working out for us to do 100 million?
Come on now.
Because it's been on my mind.
Come on.
It's on my mind all the time. And everything happens. Everything happens. Good, bad, ugly, it's all happening.
Wow.
To get to 100 million.
Come on.
The good, the bad, the ugly, all the terrible, all the great, all of that, mix it all together. It's all working to 100 million.
It's good.
Hello.
Hello.
How mine works. I wrote down 10 times every day for 1 year. I'm so happy and grateful now that my company's done $100 million in sales volume by December 31st, 2023. Wrote it down 10 times every day for 1 year. So I wrote it down 3,650 times.
Wow.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens now, the right people, the right situations,
Yes.
will all happen
Yes.
in order for it to happen.
Yes.
It's the same thing with $10,000 a month.
Come on.
It has to become the dominating thought of your life.
Teach it.
Regardless of what it looks like right now. Because if you asked me 5 months ago, 6 months ago, how are you going to do $100 million in sales? I would tell you, I don't know. But it's not my job to know. The GPS knows. I just have to keep giving the GPS the right what? Address.
It's good.
What most of us do, we start out giving the GPS the right address, and then something happens. Life happens. Someone gets sick. Someone quits the business, or this happens, and then we say, you know what? Maybe it's not for me.
Ouch.
Biggest distraction to your goal. You ready? People.
Ooh.
Your biggest distraction to your goal is going to be your team.
Wow. Wowzer.
Your what? Hello? Your team. They can be the biggest distraction.
Come on now.
Hey.
Hello? I'm telling you the truth.
Come on.
And you cannot afford to allow people to distract you from where it is that you're going. You know, I talk to my leaders all the time. I say, listen, I let people do what they want to do. If you came over right now and you put your head on the floor and you're like, oh, wow, that's nice. That's impressive.
It's amazing.
I don't worry myself for what people do.
Yes,
What
sir.
they'll do.
Come on.
I don't. Oh, this person quit the business. Great.
Great.
Oh, this person decided they don't want to build a business. Great.
Great.
This person's building the business. Great. I invited 20 guests. Only 5 showed up. Great. The 5 that showed up, nobody signed up.
Great. Yes, sir.
What most people do, oh, I invited 20 guests. 5 showed up, but none of them got in. Well, the business doesn't work.
Go ahead, teach it.
Even though you joined, you got in. You're excited. You're pumped up. Somebody else said no. You go, maybe it doesn't work. Does that even make sense? You gotta feed your mind, right? See, all of this is really centered around your mouth. What's coming out of your mouth. And what you're allowing people to say to you. I don't allow people, I'm not your garbage can.
Sheesh.
You're not going to dump garbage on me.
Come on now.
Wow.
That conversation is going to be very quick.
Come on.
Sheesh.
And you're going to feel like, well, does David care about me? I love you. Listen, with all my heart. That's why I'll get off the phone with you.
Come on now.
Because I love you. Because I don't want you to keep saying that rubbish that you're saying. Because if we get off the phone, you can't say it anymore. At least not to me. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Desire. How do I do this? Will. This right here, this is your soul. These are the senses for your soul. Your mind, your will.
Yes, sir.
Will is the expressing of future tense. That's what it means. The will means the expressing of future tense. The mind, the will, imagination. What are you imagining? You need to imagine yourself at $10,000 a month. What are you going to dress like? What's your hair going to look like? What are your nails going to look like? What kind of car will you be driving? Where would you be living? How would you walk? How would you smile?
It's
You
good.
got to start imagining all that. Does that make sense? You got to imagine that amount of money going into your account, ladies and gentlemen. Your imagination. Your imagination is your nation.
Sheesh.
That's the nation you live in. Your imagination.
Come on. Come on.
It's a gift. See,
Wow.
can I go deep?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give it to them. Give it to them.
All right, watch this.
Give it to them.
See, look, who you really are, the problem is you don't really know who you are. You're thinking you're this person, this body.
Wow.
No. The real DNA of who you are is your spirit.
It's good.
This is who you are, ladies and gentlemen.
It's good.
You are spirit. You're not this physical body. You're not this physical body, ladies and gentlemen. You are spirit. Your DNA is godlike.
Come on.
God created you in His image. God is spirit. So you are what? Spirit. It was your spirit that He gave dominion to. Not the physical body and not the soul. He gave dominion here. And the way you access dominion is through your word. How do I know that? Because my five senses of my spirit has everything to do with words. Prayer. Praise. Worship. Faith. Faith comes by what?
Hearing.
Meditation. Meditation means to mutter. So your spirit man functions on these five senses. Your body functions on these five senses. Y'all following me?
It's real.
You are a spirit. You live in a body. You possess a soul. Do you know why you possess it? Because it was given to you. It was given to you. It was a gift. He gave you the gift of the mind. He gave you the gift of intellect. He gave you the gift of will. You have free will. It was a gift. He gave you the gift of emotion. You get a chance to feel. Well, I feel good. Well, I feel bad. You know, some people build a business only when they feel good.
Oh, Lord. My God, today.
I'll only build a business if I feel good. But if I feel bad, oh no. Emotion, intellect. He gave you the gift of intellect. The ability to reason. The ability to what?
Reason.
Reason. I'm going to tell this story real briefly because there's more that's going to unfold for it. I was flying here. I had a 9:15 flight. I had a 9:15 p.m. flight. Dr. Lou, you're going to love this one. I had a 9:15 p.m. flight coming here to London, right? I'm leaving the hotel in New York. And get in the car, and the driver's driving. Me and my assistant, Alan, he was with me, we're driving to the airport. A lot of traffic. I'm like, man, it's taking a little longer than usual. So Alan looks at his GPS and says, what airport are you taking us to? The guy says, well, I'm taking you to JFK. My flight is not at JFK. My flight is at Newark. Now, if you know anything about New York, JFK and Newark are clearly an hour apart. So I'm definitely going to... So, we now turn around and we head towards Newark. While we were going, I said, Alan, check United, see if there's another flight. There was an 11 o'clock flight. So we booked that. Get to the airport. The gate is there. I don't sit at the gate. I sit at this place. Like, it's in the middle of the airport, and I'm sitting there, I'm having a conversation. And I see this couple sit next to me. No big deal. They're not like sitting right next to me. There's a seat in between. I don't know them, they don't know me, so I thought. So I finished my conversation. The guy that leans over and says, you're David, right? Yeah. He said, yeah, I'm actually flying to London to meet you.
Wow.
Flying to London? Now I'm scared. And you mean you're flying to London to meet me? So yeah, I've been trying to meet you for the last few months.
Wow.
But everybody trying to connect us for some reason, they just haven't done it.
Wow. Wow. Mm.
If I was on the 9:15 flight, I would have never met him.
Come on. Come on.
And me meeting him was actually part of a prophecy that was actually told to me February 5th.
My God.
And it was important that I met him, that nobody introduced me to him.
Wowza. Come on.
So no one can say, I brought him to you.
Right. Right.
No, God specifically placed him there at that particular time.
Jeez. Come on.
And they're gonna be a huge part of what we do here in MD. A huge part.
Yes. Come on. Come on.
Huge part.
My God today.
Everything works out. Because I've said it over and over, we're going to do 100 million. We're going to do 100 million. I don't know how. We're just going to do 100 million. That's what we're going to do.
Yes, sir.
So, God, figure that out. However you want to do it, do it.
Yes, sir.
My job is to what? Not change the what?
Address. Yes, sir.
Regardless of what I see.
Wow, 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 wow.
What you do. You put your head on the ground and your leg up. Great. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Amazing.
You need to learn how to do that.
Amazing.
You start acting crazy?
Great. I'm great.
That's awesome. Fantastic.
Amazing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is how you get the desire into your heart, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get the desire into what?
Heart.
My heart. H-E-A-R-T. Interesting. Here. Interesting. If I shake these letters up, it spells earth.
Wow.
Ear. Words are seeds that you plant
Into
in the
your
earth, in the heart.
Wow,
and
wow, wow.
everything you plant into the earth has to produce a harvest.
Come on
so
now.
You're saying stuff. You're just saying stuff. And not understanding that you have so much power in what you're saying, it's creating a harvest.
My God.
The economy's bad. Harvest.
Sheesh.
Banks are failing. Harvest. My team's not moving. Harvest. I'm frustrated.
harvest.
Versus I'm rich. I'm wealthy.
It's good.
We're doing $100 million first year instead of.
It's good.
How about so happy and grateful now? I'm making over $10,000 a month. Huh?
Oh, we gonna build it.
Oh, we gonna build it.
Oh, we gonna build it. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
You need to be saying this and hearing this just as much as you heard your name.
Yes. Yes.
When if somebody says 10,000, you automatically.
Body responds. Yep. Yep.
You come?
Come on. Teach it.
This stuff works.
It does.
It works. It works every single time. It works every single time. Desire plus skill. Okay? Guys, talk. That's the skill. Talk. Talk to people. Can I just tell you how to do this? Talk to people. Hi, my name is David. How are you? What's your name? Awesome. Awesome. Nice to meet you, Awesome. Yeah. You just talk to. Hi, how are you? I'm David. What's your name? Pastor. Nice to meet you, Pastor. You just talk. Can you just talk to people? Can you do that? Hello?
Hello.
Can you just talk? How about this? Why don't you talk to people and not care if they sign up or don't sign up?
That's good. That's good. That's good. Come on.
See, if you're so like, oh, I need you to enroll. Oh! Oh my God, they're filling out the paperwork. Oh my God, what? They're filling it out. Oh, she's signing up. Don't move, don't say anything. I wonder if she's going to do the bronze or the silver. She's checking silver.
Oh my gosh.
Well, act like you've never done that before.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Been there.
You're so worried about sign up. And if they don't, you're lower than a pregnant ant.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, superstar, how you doing? I'm okay. What happened? You were just at the event. You were fired up. Yeah. I don't know if this is my cup of tea. We don't sell tea. What are you talking about tea? We don't sell tea.
Come on now.
What do you mean it's not your cup of tea? Guys, if your goal is to make 10,000, how many people did I say you need to have in your business? How many people? Can you talk to 20 people and 500 people join? Can you talk to 20 people and 500 people join your business? No. You're not Jesus. You cannot take 5 loaves and 2 fishes and feed 5,000. It doesn't work like that. If 500 people are going to join my business, more than likely I'm going to have to talk to more than 500 people.
Yeah.
That's the mindset you have to have. If 500 people need to be in my business, I am going to talk to 500. Now, you're going to have other people on your team get started because, listen, if you talk to 500 people, trust me, not all 500 are going to tell you no.
Correct. Correct.
Not all 500 are going to tell you yes either.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
But who are you going to become?
In the process.
In talking to 500? The skill that you would have developed by talking to that amount of people? The thick skin you would have developed? By the way, you're going to need thick skin.
Come on. Say that.
You're going to need what?
Thick skin.
And some people, they take my thick skin and say, well, he's not sensitive. Like, does he really care? Is he emotional? Yeah, I care a lot. Very emotional. Just have thick skin. I heard a lot of no's. Matter of fact, I heard so many no's, I told myself, you know, David, I can't wait for 1 million people to tell me no. And then, here's another one that used to bother me when people would quit. How do you guys feel when people quit? Tell me, how do you feel? Like you signed somebody up, I mean, like you were sitting there waiting for them to enroll. They finally enrolled, right? And then they quit. Don't you just feel bad? Like God. They told me they were going to be rabbi. They told me they were excited about the business. And now they're gone. They're gone. They're not going to do it anymore. This is just terrible. I can't believe it. You know what we did? They quit. They told me. They said, David, you're my mentor. You're my mentor. I love you. And they quit. I can't believe it. What am I going to do? They quit. What am I going to do now that they have quit? Oh my God. So now, let me get this straight. So God now says, okay, David, all the promises that I've given you, they're all gone because they quit.
Come on. Come on.
That's not how God works.
Come on.
That's not how it works. He's not going to unbless you because of what somebody else did.
Sheesh.
Does that make sense? When someone quits, you know what you do?
You bless them.
You be their friend. You be a friend to them.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Do you
sir.
know why? Do you know why you want to be a friend to them? You want me to tell you really why?
Yes.
You know why? So
Go ahead.
you can see.
Come on now.
Well, I don't want you not to see. I want you to see it.
That believing works. Yes, sir.
I want you to see the goodness.
The goodness of the Lord. Yes, sir.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to miss anything. So we're going to be close friends.
Yes, sir.
Because see, maybe you thought you were the reason.
Come on now.
Maybe somewhere in that brain of yours, you thought you were the reason. So God says, let me remove you. So you can't get the glory, or you think you got the glory.
Come on. Come on.
Does that make sense? Listen, I've had people that I've helped make millions of dollars quit. Millions.
Facts.
They make millions. Like when I met them, they weren't making millions. After, they made millions. Then they quit. He said, David, but
This is
when I met you,
This is David.
see, why am I sharing this with you? Because you got to stay focused.
Yes.
You got to do what?
Stay focused.
You got to stay focused on what?
The goal.
$10,000. I've got exposing the people to the business. I've got to show the plan consistently. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
These are the skills that I have to develop. I've got to promote for big events. How many of you are coming to a live? How many of you are going to be at a live?
Yes, sir.
Listen, you got to be at a live. You have to be
We need
where?
alive.
You got to be there.
We need a plane load.
26. Put it in your calendar right now.
Plane load from UK.
Put it in your calendar right now. May 26th and 28th. You're going to be in Orlando, Florida.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Put it in your calendar. How many? How many of you will get $10,000 a month? Okay. $10,000 a month is waiting for you at Alive.
Woo! It's
Can I
good.
be honest with you? Did I just give it to you real? Yes. If you're not at Alive, I don't see how you make $10,000 a month this year.
Straight facts.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Straight facts.
Can I tell you the truth?
Yes.
I'm telling you the what?
Truth.
I'm telling you the God honest truth. Not just the truth. You have to be at that event. Because that event contains the information, the inspiration that you need in order to get to $10,000 a month. I can't give it to you in this room.
It's good.
Does that make sense?
It's good.
You can't get it at your house.
Yeah.
You can't get it at the weekly meeting. You can only get it at a major event. This is the first one.
First.
This is the first convention that we're hosting.
Yes, sir.
And it's called Alive.
Love it.
It is going to be the greatest event you've ever been to. There will not be a dry eye in that room.
Facts.
You will laugh. You will cry. You will jump. More importantly, you will leave there alive.
It's good. It's good.
You have to be there. You have to be there. $10,000 a month. Right? How many of you believe I can help you get $10 grand a month? Raise your hand if you believe I can help you get. All right. You believe that? Okay. Well, I'm telling you, as the coach, I'm telling you, you got to be at a lot. What time?
5:42.
5:42. I got 18 minutes. Desire plus what?
Skill.
Skill. What's the number one skill? Talk. Communication. Communication is exposing the business. Communication is presenting the business. Don't worry about if they say yes or no. Don't worry about if they say yes or no. Just show the plan. If they say yes,
great.
If they say no,
great.
If they say they got to pray about it,
great.
If they say they got to talk to their spouse, even though they're not married, great. Whatever it is, you keep showing the plan over and over and over and over and over and over. Do you know why? So you can get better at what? Communicating. Right now you won't be great at it, and that's good. You can show it to your friends. They ain't going to do nothing anyway. You can show it to your family. They're not going to do anything anyway. You keep showing the plan over and over again. You get good at it.
Yep.
So now when the right person shows up, you're ready.
It's good. It's
But
good.
if you never get ready, that person can't show up. Do you know why you keep showing the plan? Because you keep hearing the plan. The more you hear the plan, the more you start to believe in the plan.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
The more you show the compensation plan. 2, they get 2, they get 2. Over a 12-month time frame, 4,096. If you add up that entire number, it's 8,190. Times that by 175 CV is 1.4 million in sales. 20% of that is 280. How do I know that?
Repetition.
Because I've shown the plan
Yes, sir.
more than anybody else in the company. Period.
I might be right about there with you.
Before there was a PowerPoint, I was showing the plan.
Facts. Go ahead. I was there. I think it might be one presentation.
Remember earlier I told you success is not for everybody?
Yes,
because
sir.
There's a price that you have to pay.
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to pay the price?
It's good.
Mentally and physically.
Correct.
The mental price to pay is I'm not moved emotionally by you. That's the price. You have to develop that thick skin, ladies and gentlemen.
It's good.
You have to develop it.
It's good.
Because people will run you through the mud if you don't develop it.
Facts.
And they will enjoy it. Faith. Faith, desire plus skill times faith. Faith is the multiplier.
Yes, sir.
Substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. Evidence. I have evidence. Even though I can't see it, I have evidence. You know how I have evidence? Because I've heard. When there's a crime that's committed, there's a crime that is committed, we go to court, ladies and gentlemen. Do we not go to court? And there's a lawyer on one side, and there's a lawyer on the other side, and then there's a what? A jury. The jury does not see the crime. They only hear evidence. And based on what they hear, they make judgment.
Wow.
They did not see the crime. They only heard what? The evidence. And based on what they heard, they made a what?
Judgment.
What are you hearing?
My God.
Because whatever you're hearing, that's the judgment.
My God. It's good.
What is the evidence that you're at $10,000 a month? I'm so happy and grateful now.
That I am.
That I am. I'm so happy and grateful now. That I am. Earning over $10,000 a month. And like I told
100K a week.
it works for $10,000 a day, $10,000 a week.
Yes, sir.
$100,000 a million a month, $1 million a day. It
Hey.
doesn't matter.
Hey.
It works for all of it.
Yes, sir.
It's the same principle, ladies and gentlemen.
It's good.
Faith is an emotion that can only be created through auto-suggestion. It can only be what?
Created through
what?
auto-suggestion.
Auto-suggestion.
Repetition.
I know, I fully realize that through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind, any desire, any, 10,000 a month, 100,000 a month, 100,000 a week, if I persistently hold it in my mind, it will go and find, it will go and seek expression. It will go and find the right people, the right situation. Things will start to align themselves in order for me to get to what it is that I'm seeing and what it is that I'm speaking over and over and over and over again.
It's good.
That's how life works.
Yes, sir.
And if you understand it at the level of 10 grand a month, ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to do it for $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
I want you to get there not being frustrated.
Come on. It's good.
This has been the most challenging thing I've ever had to do. Well, it has stretched me beyond what I thought it would stretch me. But I know the end result. I know the end result. I haven't changed the end result. The end result is we do $100 million the first year. Faith is required on this journey.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Everybody say time.
Time. Yes.
When is it going to happen, David?
Yes. Teach
David,
it.
I've heard your trainings before. I've heard this believing thing before. But when is it going to happen for me? You know, I tried it in, IML. I tried it. I heard it, believe. I heard it. It didn't work.
Go ahead. Teach it.
I tried it in this other thing. I tried another thing. It's just not working. Your mouth.
Ouch. Ouch.
Your mouth.
Ouch.
Well, why should I try again? Well, let me ask you a question. Your first job. Do you still have your first job? No.
Oops. Oops.
So after your first job, for whatever reason, where it didn't work out, how come you didn't say, you know what? I'm not doing that job thing again. Why did you go get another job? Why did you go get another job? When is it going to happen, Dave? When is it going to happen? Write this down. When you ask when, you don't believe. Simple.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you ask when, you don't believe. Asking when is a sign of doubt.
Yes, sir.
You're not sure.
It's good.
You're not sure. I was talking with some leaders. I was in Atlanta, talking with some leaders, and they kept talking about the past. Oh, this, past and all this stuff. I said, why do you guys keep talking about the past? Past doesn't exist anymore. Why do you keep talking about the past? I told them to look up the meaning of the word future.
It's good.
The meaning of the word future. How many you know what that means? How many you know what future means?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what future means? What does it mean? What is happening now? She says the future is what's happening now. Is
Nope.
that correct?
Nope.
No, that's not the future.
That's the present. Yes, sir.
Huh? Your perception? Okay. No, what's the future? It's not a trick question. What do you think the future is? Still to come. Right? The future is what? It's still to come, right? The future is what? It's still to come, right? Sis, come. Y'all give it up for my sister. It's my big sister right here. All right, go to Google real quick. All right. And we're going to look up the meaning of the word future. Some of you heard this before, but if you've never heard it, your life's about to change forever. You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. The meaning of the word future. Okay, what does it say?
The time or a period of time following the moment of speaking or writing.
Say that again?
It's the time or a period of time following the moment of speaking or writing.
Future is the time, or a period of time, following the moment of speaking or writing. The future is what I speak or what I write.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Are you serious? You mean to tell me the future is what I speak or what I write? I just started writing.
Go ahead.
I just started speaking because that's the future.
Yes, sir.
The future happens first.
It's good.
You see this event? When did this event happen? Thank you, sis. When did this event? Give her a round of applause. When did this event happen?
The date in which you chose it.
90 days ago.
This event happened when it was spoken.
When it was spoken. The date it was chosen. Yep.
That's when the event happened. The event happened when it was what? Spoken. And then did a flyer come out?
Yes.
So that means.
All right, everybody. The live is about to end. Bye-bye.
Now we're in the event. So the event that was